as you inhabit your body more and more, you will have more and more aware hours of the day. If you want to break the day down or break life down, if you want to give this thing a title called life and then break this thing called life down into more titles called hours and minutes, if you're doing that, all right, you have more hours now where you are getting more acquainted with yourself as you take steps towards yourself. Self takes steps towards you. Because it's a paradox, of course. You're dealing with your reflection. So, as you connect the body to itself more and more, and it's no more blockages, because you're just removing blockages at the less dense levels, less dense dimensions of you, and then that has to manifest in this level. So, as you remove the blockages and become more fluent in your communication within yourself, and all your cells are getting oxygen, which is energy, then you will have more hours that you have to address. That more hours just means more responsibility. That's all it really means. Like, it just means that you're going from now thinking that 16-hour days, that's what you were responsible just for being conscious for 16 hours, where you might have, I don't know, however many lustful thoughts or vengeful thoughts, hateful thoughts that you think that you got away with. You think that that stops when you're sleeping? You think that like, just because you're unconscious, that like, I'm such a good person at that point. It all stops when I'm asleep. Like, no, it started there on that side. And then now that's why you're in a life where you feel like 70 years is agonizing, where like a day feels like way longer than it would. A year feels way longer than it would. Everything feels way longer than it would because of that issue there. So, as you gain more and more responsibility, you constantly are presented with this responsibility. It's right before you. It's at a point where you just can't ignore yourself. There's no ignoring yourself. You're there. You're totally there. So it's just the responsibility increases in that sense. But it's more, I don't want to say embraced, but it's not like the responsibility brings on a worry. It's never gonna be a lie or painful to go to yourself. It's always the opposite. And it might feel like it's something else because you're in a body that doesn't want to get over the things that allow it to lust and continue to perpetuate its comforts. So I'm going to just leave it at that it just, as you gradually become more aware, you have more responsibility. As you stop ignoring the responsibility that's always been there, it just begets more responsibility, and then you are in control of life. So ROYALT512@yahoo.com, Jesus Christ 19 on IG, Taylor Bud is a Facebook parasite, R Bud Vegan on Amazon for the ebooks.